It's all the same.
No, it's...
All right, last episode, it was the two-parter. But we had, to me, just one of the great Vader moments, and I'm talking about ever. I thought he was written well, like in that whole arc, not just that last episode. But...
Absolutely, because he was menacing. He was very much, instead of... I don't know, because there really aren't a lot of examples of Vader where he's not Vader. The only example I can give is Kenobi, where he's kind of still just Anakin in a suit.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't see Vader as Vader really until episode 5 that we know and love. Because even in episode 4, when
they're still shaping out the character,
and he's like barking orders at the guys on the Tanev.
Yeah,
and he's like, "Bring the passengers! I want them alive!" And he's like really energetic.
Yeah, he's not.
You don't see like the cool moments until. I mean, I know he's very cool, obviously in that board meeting.
Yeah,
and
I thought he was cool leading the pack of TIE fighters.
Yeah, but he just...
We're talking about the presence.
The menacing
power
presence isn't there until 5. We see it very well in Rogue One. Rogue One.
Yeah.
That's probably like one of the best marks.
I agree. Chronologically.
Even his conversation with Krennic.
No, it was...
Like, I know James Earl Jones did the voice for that, and you could tell that he's old.
Yeah.
But his lines were very good.
Yeah, I didn't care that he's old. I thought he sounded good.
Well, you're the one that told me he sounded fucking old.
Oh, I know,
you can tell he's old.
I can tell, but
the way you said old was even in a way that
I know, but
disappointed.
I didn't mean it.
I didn't mean it.
No, it wasn't a criticism.
The god of Star Wars nerds is going to strike you dead. Was it Kenobi where they went and used his voice because he gave him the rights?
Yeah, he sounded pretty good there.
Yeah, but either way, I'm glad it was him.
Yeah,
personally doing it, and his lines were very good.
His lines were fantastic.
Careful not to choke on your aspirations, director.
There's one thing I always thought that kind of didn't make sense to me dialogue-wise. He said, Krennic said something, and the answer Vader gave was, you weren't brought here to grovel.
Yeah.
But he wasn't groveling. It was like...
Well, I'm pretty sure it was something along the lines.
It was Commander Tarkin is the one that ordered the...
Yeah, because to me that was, I can see where Vader was coming from, because he's trying to shift blame.
Yeah, I guess I can only take it that way, really. That's the only way that really makes sense.
Mm.
I always kind of thought like he wasn't really groveling or making his case. I didn't think he was more like, because Tarkin literally did give the order.
I understand that, but obviously, Tarkin's in a place that they like Tarkin.
Yeah, and so Krennic is just getting shit on.
Yeah, but Krennic, I read, of course, Catalyst.
Yeah,
and they go over Krennic a lot in that book, and they discuss him and kind of people's attitudes toward him.
Yeah,
and he's very ambitious to the point where obviously there are a lot of blunders in his sphere of influence.
His personal blunders?
Just blunders in terms of the way that others see it, particularly Tarkin and Vader, which he and Tarkin were rivals.
Yeah,
coming up in
Tarkin and Vader.
Tarkin and
Krennic.
Okay.
Yeah,
and they're kind of competing, even though Tarkin was obviously being groomed. It's acknowledged in that book for his position.
Palpatine will let that play out. Like Vader and Shadows of the Empire, Vader and Shizor, or I like to call him Zizor. He it gives this rivalry feel, but at the end of the book, Palpatine knew about Shizor's ambition. He allowed Vader to think that Vader that he could be replaced, even though he never really had any real intention of replacing Vader with, especially someone like Shizor.
Yeah.
But it benefited him and the Empire to let that relationship and that rivalry do its thing.
Yeah.
Because it made them both better.
So either way, they already had a near-formed opinion of Krennic regardless.
Okay.
At that point.
Yeah.
So when he's trying to argue his case...
Yeah.
It's more along the lines of them trying to put Krennic in his place than it is about...
It's fair to think of Vader...
To Krennic, he doesn't know that. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, he's still trying to argue his case, whereas these guys are just like, we got to keep this guy...
I wonder...
Down.
It's weird. I think Vader just so perceptive of that. But because it'd be weird to think, like, when Krennic's not in the room, like having this kind of meeting about
Krennic.
About Krennic. You know what I mean? Because Vader could... I can't imagine him contributing to that conversation. He would just sit there silently. Yeah, I mean,
but he does all the time. He's as clumsy as he is stupid. He backbites people all the time, though. He vocalizes his opinion. He may not, but he's probably just more to the point.
Yeah,
I don't see him having a breathtaking conversation about it. He's probably just gonna sit there and say, he's worthless. He's ambitious.
Yeah,
like something only a little more eloquent than that, but it would be
along
those lines. It'd be very, very Spartan. Very.
He never had long conversations in anything. That's probably best.
No, the longest conversations you see him have are when he's trying to compel Luke to join him.
Yeah, you're right. That's probably the longest. Even in comics, it's very brief.
Well, it's like you've talked about before, we've talked about before, that they keep him in reserve.
Yeah, like Hayden Blackman, to me, the best Vader writer. He wasn't put out, but he was the guy who wrote the Force Unleashed games, and after the second one didn't monetarily do as well as they wanted, he got put out there, just like the Final Fantasy VII director guy. He got put out there.
Yep.
Put out to pasture.
Put out to pasture.
But yeah, he said, like, Vader, lots of times, there's just panels where Vader just sitting there staring, and that's all you need to do. You know what he's thinking.
Vader's a presence.
Yeah, like when, he was watching Luke. I mean, of course, I'm injecting, 30 years of watching this movie. Watching Luke after Luke decided, I'd rather die than join you.
He just looks over the ledge.
Yeah. And then when he walks out, when he's looking out that window, and before he contacts them, you just know. Every time Vader's looking out a window on a bridge, it's just unbelievable. And
they did a very good job of portraying, like, letting the scenes do the talking.
Yeah.
In the atmosphere, reading the room, in a sense.
And in Clone Wars, I mean, they don't give it to you too much, but sometimes Anakin just on the bridge with his hands behind his back, just looking out the side, and he just gives, like, a couple words, like, fire when ready, or whatever else. It just,
Yeah, Vader vibes.
Anyway, so we're talking a lot of Vader here, considering he's in this show very briefly. We will see him again later down the road. We won't see him for a while, but there's still a lot of good stuff. In my opinion, this season picks up a lot after season 1. Yeah, go check out that post talk. We talk about it for quite a while. Before we jump into this, check us out on Patreon to see the full uncut reaction. For a lot of fans of Star Wars animation, this is a good one to watch. So let's jump in.
The destruction of our command ship has severely limited our ability to fight the Empire in this sector.
So maybe we don't fight. When things got tough for me on Lothal, I'd go find some place to hide.
You are never shy with your opinions, Ezra Bridger. But establishing a base is a good idea.
We need to protect what's left of our fleet.
Or aid the nearby system suffering from Imperial oppression.
We can't help others if we can't help ourselves, Kanan. If only we had more allies. I know someone who might be able to help us. A great military commander with a vast knowledge of the Outer Rim. He could assist us in finding a base. And his experienced leadership would make him a powerful ally.
We're talking this guy
How
up.
do we recruit this leader?
That's the problem. I lost track of him a long time ago.
Let us try.
Well, there is one option I've not yet attempted.
Is that the head of an old tactical droid?
Yeah.
These droids were great at finding things, calculating.
How in all the galaxy is that droid gonna find your friend?
Well, I heard he was last seen in the Silos system. I have something else to attend to.
The Sith Lord.
There are questions. Questions that need answering.
I wish we could go with you.
Gandalf says
You
that.
have your own mission.
Does he?
Yeah.
Like, guarantee.
Find my friend.
Remember when he's leaving the Shire to go see Saruman? Or no, I think he might have been going to Minas Tirith. I have questions. Questions that need answering.
Well, yeah, I mean...
But you've only just arrived.
I know Dave puts all kinds of stuff in this. There's like videos online where all throughout the show where he puts stuff in there from the
Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Chopper and I are staying here to clean up his mess. Take the Phantom. Hopefully we'll be ready to go by the time you get
It's very Star Warsy to have these broken down ships, but isn't that just such like a thing that is like a dangerous thing? You know what I mean?
But it's funny because for them it's probably every day.
Yeah.
It's not going to affect the life support systems. Just get this shit cleaned up. Like they just know.
You could really get lost out here.
Maybe that was the idea. But if this great commander we're looking for doesn't want to be found...
7567.
Who is this dude?
There, up ahead.
7567.
Look at this janky ass old walker.
Now that is a work of art.
Looks like an old Republic tank.
Commander Rex. His janky ass hippie tank. Is that him?
Yeah, it's him.
It's just a bunch of old geezers.
Well-armed old geezers.
What do you want?
We're looking for someone.
Well, that's too bad, because there's nobody out here.
Does the number 7567 mean anything to you?
What did you just say?
I said 7567?
I haven't heard those digits in... Well, that's my birth number. That's all you, Barrio. I'll gun you down. Stand down, troopers. Now.
It's funny if they all look like old
Sorry about the, weapons malfunction. My friend here's just a little defensive. See, we haven't seen a Jedi since, well, it's been a while.
It's nice to meet you, 7567.
Actually, my name is Rex, Captain, 501st Clone Battalion.
We were sent by Ahsoka Tano.
Ahsoka Tano. I fought by her side from the Battle of Christophsis to the Siege of Mandalore.
Fucking cold chills. You gotta remember, when they showed him, it was years after Clone Wars canceled.
Look, we're trying to fight the Empire, but we're outnumbered, overmatched, and taking a beating.
I'm not sure I'm much help to anyone these days. Didn't you hear? The Emperor said the clone army has outserved its purpose and retired us.
Wait, you don't like the Empire, do you?
The Empire certainly isn't the Republic. My days as a soldier are over.
Well, okay. Okay, then maybe there's one thing you can help us with. We need a base.
There are a few spots I never bothered to report to the Empire. Look, why don't you just wait outside and I'll put together a list of coordinates. Listen, they're in some kind of trouble. If we help them, we are putting ourselves in danger. Wolf, relax. Really, what do you think the Empire will do to us if they find out that we are helping a Jedi?
Yeah, I don't know what the Empire would do, but I'm going slinging. Roam the Jupa. Elusive, big game. It'll feed us for the whole year.
Okay, what do you need?
Him.
What?
Always love a good Star Destroyer shot.
Coming in a shot like that, yeah.
Something about a Jedi. That system is remote.
Haven't all the clones been decommissioned?
Yes, he has a record of calls of delusional distress.
I wouldn't take him too seriously.
All leads must be pursued.
Well, he's smarter than those guys later on. There's thousands of probe droids.
Oh, proof, not leads. The rebels are there.
He just knows.
They haven't done anything.
You don't understand. They're dangerous. They could...
They could what? Rex doesn't seem bad at all. Ahsoka said to trust him. You trust her, don't you?
You weren't even born.
What are you talking about?
I don't feel like discussing it. It was at the end. The end of the war. The clones, the ones we Jedi fought side by side with,
suddenly turned and betrayed us. I watched them kill my master. She fought beside them for years, and they gunned her down in a second.
Then came for me.
I didn't betray my Jedi. Wolf, Gregor, and I all removed our control chips. We all have a choice.
I believe we can trust Rex.
Would you listen to some kid, though? Like, if you were Kanan?
Yeah, I mean, it's his Padawan, and the relationship's a little rocky. Probe droid! I always love their design.
If we're lucky, we'll catch Big Bongo today.
Let's get this over with. I'm getting hungry.
We're coming up on a hot spot.
Your hot spot looks like everywhere else on this desolate rock.
Out there.
It's like Jaws without him on the fucking...
Yeah.
All right, just a little bit more.
Well, they took something from the prequel trilogy and they gave it an old trilogy downgrade.
Really, I mean, Jupa supposedly love Lasats.
They love them?
Maybe it's about the texture, you know? It's...
Wait, Zeb's not the hunter. He's the bait.
Oh, hunter, bait, it's all the same.
No, it's...
Zeb, what is that?
Buddy, run! You're the bait!
Oh, Carabast.
Zeb, run! Get out of there!
What are you doing?
He'd be right on top of you after that.
Zeb, no!
That would be awful.
This is literally like Jaws.
A big bongo!
Keep an eye on this regulator. The line can overheat and shut down. No line, no Jupa, no Zeb.
Got it.
This sounds like a bad plan, don't you think?
The music even sounds like Jaws.
You should
Like John Williams did that too, didn't he?
Bringing it up to the surface, like they try to shoot the fucking shark with the harpoons and the jugs to draw it up.
Sorry, Commander.
No, it's not.
Never made General. They were calling Ahsoka General pretty early on, though.
More weren't most Jedi.
Yeah. But he was a Padawan and Ahsoka was a Padawan, too.
Oh, well, I mean...
How was Zeb doing
I
during
think
all...
he'd be getting shocked.
This is where we finish the battle!
Lift me up! Sabine!
Well, you weren't at the very end of your little staff, though, either.
Ezra!
It's like a sandworm from Dune. Crazy fuck.
It was like a crazy angle too, wasn't it?
No.
Oh, went down pretty easily.
They shot it right through the fucking head, man.
Yeah.
Oh, what a smell.
Nice catch, old timers.
Impressive. You almost got my friend eaten. Yeah. I was in that thing's mouth.
Look at you! You brought in our biggest catch ever!
I did. Actually, it wasn't so bad, Kanan. I knew I had the beast from the beginning.
It's gonna be delicious!
That thing could feed a village for a year.
So which one of them reported their presence?
I understand your fears, but I also remember when the Jedi and clones fought side by side. They saved billions of lives, including my own. I gotta get back to these repairs.
Batting those eyes at him. Maybe that's his story.
Well, I remember we had an arc with her and her mother and the Bad Batch.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I've assembled a list of potential bases and clearance codes and a few protocols the Imperials still use. Should be of some use. You're gonna need...
Data tapes? I got this.
You were brave. You jumped right in there to help. A great Jedi once told me that the best leaders lead by example. You do that well.
I've learned from a great Jedi too, Kanan.
You talking about me, kid?
The war left its scars on all of us.
Won't you reconsider joining us?
I've outserved my purpose for that kind of fighting, I'm afraid. After the war, I questioned the point of the whole thing. All those men died. And for what?
What they thought was right.
The clones gave us up. They warned the Empire we're here.
Wait, what?
You're mistaken. We would never do that.
Oh, I found the binary transmission to the Empire.
I never got any messages from Commander Tano.
I knew it. I told you, they can't be trusted.
Kanan, wait.
Wolf, what did you do? I contacted the Empire. If they found out that we were helping Jedi, they'd wipe us out. I wanted to protect you guys. Protect our squad. The war is over. You're right. They're not our enemy. I'm sorry.
Glad people are so fast dodging lasers. Well, I get a Jedi, but
Well, she's a Mandalorian.
a young one, but yeah.
Probes. I hate probes. Whoa.
You gotta be able to hit that.
That thing is boogieing.
You gotta make this right.
Didn't have a self-destruct.
Well, he shot the fucking thing before it could self-destruct. That's what Han said. Like, I didn't hit it very hard. It must have self-destruct.
I thought he said I triggered the self-destruct.
How long has this thing been watching us?
Long enough. How's the Phantom?
Well, engine took a direct hit.
And the Empire's on its way.
All right. Zach, we had, for people like myself, there's 3 or 4 years of a wait. But we got to see Rex, Wolf, and Gregor. And then we had a character I love. It's Dave Filoni's creation. It's his love. Commander Wolf.
Yeah.
He had a lot of great moments in the Clone Wars. He's a bad.
He did. He was great. But in this, he's like ratted him out, man.
He ratted him out. Yeah, the war broke him.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the guy who was one of the fiercer clone commanders after the war. Yeah, the war left him with scars. He's broken. Now he just wants to protect his fellow clones.
Yeah.
And didn't trust them enough to give him a chance.
No.
But yeah, I mean, do you think he'll make it right eventually?
Oh, I'd say he'd probably have to. I mean, they're not going to leave this situation being what it is. And
Yeah.
well, Rex shot the droid, everything's okay now. And
Yeah.
that's not how this works.
So I will say this, because I'll bring him now.
I'd say Rex will probably die in some way that convinces Kanan that all clones are bad or something. Some little kid's lesson.
Well, let me give you something real
Some
quick.
look on Kanan's face.
In Return of the Jedi.
Really?
Yeah, he kind of had a name at one point.
But they're saying that's Wolf.
But I don't think he ever had a figure or anything. So now Filoni, he didn't really want to answer it at first, but now I think the character has grown and he's grown in terms of his influence, you think, yeah, that's Rex.
Oh, that's Rex. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Then it becomes, Rex.
That's
so,
cool. They went back and made that a thing.
Now, I mean, there wasn't like an official release from Lucasfilm or anything. I mean, they could probably say, nah, it's not right. But he and the fans are now calling that Rex. So, and I think it's considered Rex, in terms of the people who control the canon, but there hasn't been like an officially written document about it yet.
Either way.
Yeah, so I mean, I imagine if they came up with like a really good story, I mean, and my feeling is this: that's gonna be Rex, and then when they have the Ahsoka show, I imagine old ass Rex is gonna show up in season 2 or something.
Yeah, they'll bring in
Tamir Morrison. Yeah, so
he lost a lot of weight.
He did.
He got older.
He did. Yeah, he did.
Like his broad frame is.
Well, he was a little chubby, funny at first in Mandalorian season 2. Like the way the armor sat on him.
Yeah.
And then he lost a bunch of weight, and now he's not chubby and he's not as stocky as he was. But I think he looks.
So he's trimmed down.
He's a healthy, athletic build for an old guy.
Yeah. Is he looking at like the guy that played?
Better shape
I
than
can't
me.
remember his name now, but the guy that played the original Boba Fett.
Jeremy Bullock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he was a really small guy.
Really small, skinny white dude. Yeah.
Yeah. And so Boba Fett's not big at all.
No, he's not. I mean, I know in the old canon it was like he elected to do more cardio and stuff, and.
Well, they don't have to explain it. I get it.
Yeah, I get it.
You know what I mean?
The real world reasons why is because he's a different guy.
It's different than Thrawn being fat. I can tell you that.
I know. Yeah.
Very different.
So
some part of me just wants to forget about it, but I just know it's going to come back. Hopefully, he does like a bunch of cardio himself. He watched our podcast and heard us body shaming him.
Well, you body shamed him. I thought he looked all right. I didn't think just because he had a gut, he wasn't like me fat. Like, he just a little gut down there. It was like everything.
It's unacceptable for that character.
Yeah, I mean, 74-year-old guy.
I don't care. Like, when you're old and you're living in a place where there's really no food source, like a great food sources, and there's no other fat people. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You figured in Game of Thrones there wouldn't be fat people at the wall, and, there are fat people.
They have food sources.
I know they
go to fucking Whoretown, whatever it's called, and
Old Town.
Yeah, Old Town. They all get in there.
Sam does it.
They drink, and he was fat before he got there, and he wasn't there long enough to lose any fucking weight.
For a few years.
As you know, he still goes to Old Town. He still eats. He's still part of their little structure. They have food there.
Yeah.
So evidently he's getting extra there somehow. But it doesn't matter because, for one, Thrawn was an established character that's supposed to be one of the pinnacles of the Imperial hierarchy.
Yeah.
And
well, I mean, you'll see him.
For a man that takes himself so seriously, he doesn't look like he takes himself seriously.
Well, not all of us fat guys consider ourselves a joke, right? Anyways,
I know. I know how you feel about going out in public, Shane. So,
well, if I was Thrawn, I might feel a little differently. I might feel like
he's not one of those kind of Imperials. It's a shame to me that they made him into one of if that's what they're going to go. I know they didn't. They just cast him because he's the voice actor.
Yeah,
but they didn't do that with Jason Isaacs. So it's just like,
I mean, he's a big fish. I mean, he'd be the biggest thing in the show. Like the actor, like he'd be the only. I mean, he's like the first call sheet type of actor.
That would have been great too.
And he'd be like, I'm not just going to give a PF for 2 episodes. I mean,
he might have. We don't know his attitude towards the show, his disposition.
No, I can only assume that conversation came up, and if they could have got him, they would have.
They're like, yeah, we got this guy. We're fine.
You know what I mean? Like,
I don't know, never heard anything. They didn't. Of course, not enough people probably complained either. Except a lot of people did complain about that guy's appearance.
Oh,
the Grand
yeah.
Inquisitor.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, including me. Anyway, so we had the old tactical droid, like that thing, come up from the Clone Wars. And just seeing these guys, I remember for me, when I first saw it, I mean, for you jump from Clone Wars to Bad Batch to this. And in the Bad Batch, you also get some of the clones as well. But, I mean, for the most part, most fans didn't see these guys for years. So you kind of like these older, overweight guys,
I didn't really look overweight. I thought at first that one dude with the tank top, the crazy guy, Gregor. That he looked kind of chubby. He looked kind of like Bill from fucking King of the Hill there for a minute. Like he had his slope down to his love handles kind of look.
Yeah.
But then it showed him later, and he didn't really have that look anymore. So
yeah.
I think it just was the angle or something. But.
Well, Rex looked good with a beard, I thought. I think it served him.
I thought so too.
Yeah. I'm just disappointed in Wolf. I can tell you right now, I mean, I actually only have seen the whole show once. Although there are a few episodes I've seen like 5 or 6 times because they're so good later on down the road. I don't remember what happens. But what do you think of the Jupa and the little fishing thing? And
like I said, it reminds me of Jaws. It seemed like they were referencing Jaws.
You're probably right. I haven't seen Jaws, but I imagine that's what they were doing because Filoni likes to reference all kinds of things that he likes.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of resembled the orca because you have those. You see the jaws look like shark jaws off the front of the tank.
Yeah,
and the music was very reminiscent of when they first actually hooked the shark, and they have it in the boat in tow.
Yeah,
and they're after it, and they're trying to, and like the giant fishing reel looking thing that was attached to the tank barrel. That and Rex being up there, and like it very reminiscent of Robert Shaw.
Okay.
When he has the shark hooked and they're after him, they're shooting him. At one point, Shaw's shooting the shark with a harpoon gun.
Yeah.
And these barrels are attached to it, similar to how they used to do whaling when they used to actually go out in the John boats.
Yeah.
I want to call them because I can't remember exactly what they're called, but more or less a rowboat. And they go out and they harpoon the whale, and you put so many harpoons in with these lines that are attached to the boat, and eventually that drag on the whale makes it want to surface, and that's until they tire the whale out, and then they go up with the lance.
It seems like
and they stab it with the lance, and they find its heart, stab it in the heart, and kill it.
Yeah, I know they did it throughout history. Mm-hmm. In my head, I feel like, well, that wouldn't work very much.
Well, it worked.
The ocean's huge. Like, why would it get to a point where it was close to how often would you find a whale?
Well, they learned that whales have migratory routes.
Oh, and
there are parts of the sea they inhabit.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So over time, they probably learned and picked up on that.
Yeah, I mean, ancient and prehistoric, or his historical men were just obviously...
Well, we take it for granted. We think it's a big fucking ocean. How are you going to find anything?
You go there and find a whale, huh?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But
you told me that, I'd be all right, Zach. See ya. You know what I mean?
There are migratory routes. Like it's just like birds and things like that.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
You think a bird would just... Fuck, man, it's a big world. They can just fly wherever they want.
Yeah, that's how I feel. Like,
yeah, but they don't.
That's going to go to a point where, like, right here,
Yeah, and those birds have selected patterns. Like, not all of them. I mean, there's probably some outliers in species, but they just do roam wherever, but normally I don't think they do.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was very, very, very reminiscent of Jaws.
Okay, well, I guess it's a plus.
Oh, absolutely. That's one of my favorite movies.
And you mentioned you like the old Republic tank.
Well, I like what they did with, like, that whole scene, like that shot of the tank in the middle of that barren wasteland, and like how it kind of looks like it's been...
Looks like episode 4.
Well, not just that, but it looks like something out of like a Mad Max or Waterworld or Tank Girl. It looks like something that's like post-apocalyptic. Like it's been, like they've really modified this tank into a home like thing. They got these like canopies.
Yeah.
And shit.
Yeah,
stretched out. Canvases stretched out over it for cover.
Yeah, at StarWars.com, there's all kinds of trivia on there, and the idea of like with George, he was pretty intentional in making everything look clean in the prequels, and understanding like after the Empire sucks out the color out of the universe.
It's like the Soviet Union.
Yeah, and then we have this post-war look where everything's kind of dirty and used.
Well, it's like very space westernish,
and then here
it's why Cowboy Bebop did so well.
Yeah,
in my opinion, because the atmosphere was great.
Yeah, I know a lot of people like love the music in that show.
I absolutely love it, and I love. I've got my kids into it, especially my oldest daughter, and just the atmosphere of that show. They're in space. Humanity has made it into the stars, but their trash has followed them.
Yeah,
like you go to these planets, with the exception of Mars and maybe some other places. Everywhere looks like.
Yeah.
Just it's dirty, it's rough,
it's
lived in. So that's what I always loved about the prequel trilogy. It's what I love about Andor. It's what I love about things like this, where it's not like everywhere you go in the universe cannot be a sterile environment. It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, like
you meant original trilogy. Yeah.
Well, in general, like even the prequel trilogy, I feel like that wouldn't always be the case, and I think that's what hurts it a little bit in terms of like all.
Well, it's not Tatooine, and
it's not. I was about to say.
Yeah.
That you on parts of Coruscant, dirty and crummy.
I guess you're right. Yeah, I forgot about that.
But and I know normally they're showing locations that are going to be cleaner locations. Like they're showing you the high points of society. They're showing you the castle at Naboo, and they're showing you, the Camino cloning facilities, which is kind of like almost like a military installation.
Yeah.
They're showing you places that ordinarily, they're not going to be like probably dirty or lived in places.
Yeah.
So the only exceptions you have are, like the industrial district where Dooku meets Sidious, and you're not even there very long to explore it. But
Tatooine, outside of the Gungan stuff, like when you're up there in where Anakin lives. What's the name of his city again?
Well, it wasn't Mos Eisley.
It's
one of the bigger cities.
Yeah. So, but it's it's not.
Well, maybe not. I don't think it was in Mandalorian. Wasn't it kind of like a one-horse town that he happened to be the marshal of?
Oh yeah, they did have one of those out there.
Yeah.
By the way, Timothy Oliphant is in something new.
He's in Aliens Earth.
Yeah, someone told me that. Yeah, he's in the new Alien show. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's such a cool character in The Mandalorian.
He's a great actor.
Yeah.
Anyway, episode 2 Coruscant. You see the nicer part of it where Padme's staying.
Yeah.
And you see the crummy part where they're looking for the hitman.
Yeah.
And everything. So it's not quite as impressive and crummy as, say, even in Clone Wars when they showed like that strip club.
Yeah.
Those guys go in the back and talk to Dooku.
Yeah.
Which I thought was just cool that they would include something like that.
Yeah.
But normally, like I like just that kind of this idea that there's some life to that world.
Yeah.
And not just this is a video game from the early 2000s and this is the board and there's nothing in it that looks like people live here. Yeah. And like I don't like that kind of stuff, but overall, I think there's a good excuse for most of it.
No, yeah. And what I loved about it, and they had it in mind too when they took the Republic tank and they gave it an old trilogy upgrade or downgrade.
It's modified, yeah.
Yeah. We've seen light whips in the Star Wars universe. I've seen them for a while. They've been in the old canon, but we had the line to fish this Jupa was a laser line.
Yeah.
I thought that was just like a way to... They didn't even have to do that, but I thought it was a good way to give it a Star Wars upgrade.
Well, I think light whips typically don't look good in the Star Wars universe. It looks like a pool noodle. Mm-hmm. Like they're whipping it around and like in...
The Acolyte?
Yeah.
See, the Acolyte, the only time I've seen it... Well, I've seen it look good. It's only been on screen one time, and that was in the Acolyte. I thought it looked good, and there's a fan film where it looks good, but I can tell the choreography, it didn't come together until after the light whip was destroyed.
Yeah, see, to me, I always thought, like, after Iron Man 2, that it was such a cool concept.
Yeah.
But it needs to look like it does in Iron Man 2, or in this instance, with that laser line. It needs to look like something that isn't a fucking wet spaghetti noodle that you're flipping around. Because to me, it does not look dangerous.
Okay.
And visually speaking, a lightsaber, okay, it's a sword.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's the choreography, it's the dance of the fight, it's the moments, the interactions with the characters, in terms of like the old trilogy, because the choreography wasn't quite as there as the prequel trilogy, or even definitely not the sequel trilogy. Sequel trilogies, like below both of them.
And
but
9 had a good fight, but it just, it was a good fight, I'm telling you. I've watched it many times.
Deserves better. The old trilogy has an excuse. Like, they just weren't there. They were developing that shit. So...
Yeah.
But the sequel trilogy should have done better. But anyway, I just feel like a light whip needs to be more menacing. I thought it was really done well. I know it's not a light whip, but what they did in Iron Man 2 with Mickey Rourke's character.
Yeah, I remember vaguely. I remember him kind of
cracking them and the fight with Iron Man, and it was more intensity to it. And then this thing here, it's the jagged appearance of it.
Yeah,
it looks like something like if you touched it, oh fuck, not like, oh, I know it's a lightsaber and it's whipping around, but it looks funny. You know what I mean?
I had to see what you thought of. I always figured the lightsaber, the LCC community. They always, obviously, that's all they do. But I think they frequently outdo the movies. I think you would like the light whip in that because the guy sells it real well.
I just have to see it. But to me, it's also the appearance of it. It literally looks like a spaghetti noodle that you're flipping around. It has no, it has no presence. It's no, when you sell a new weapon, the double-bladed lightsaber, what sold that? Ray Park sold it.
Yeah.
It would not have worked well.
There's so many great things about that.
If it was just some guy, you know what I mean?
Like the guy who's playing Palpatine's double.
Yeah, it's like that. That guy's good. Don't get me wrong, but
I'm talking about the guy that that guy is a good fighter.
Yeah.
But there was behind the scenes stuff where he's like, "Kill him, Anakin, kill him," and he's standing in for Palpatine, and George and Rick McCallum are like, like laughing at him, like, and it's in the special features. Like they're making fun of him. I feel so bad for him. I mean, we talked about a lot, but you got anything else? I'm just glad that now you're here, and at this point in the show, and now the clones are back, or at least some of them are back.
Well, it's always great, and I'm glad that they're canonizing more of his characters and bringing them back around so that we get more Tamara Morrison.
Yeah, that's
Love
it.
that guy.
Me too. That's the idea. Check us out on Patreon to see our early access. If not, we'll see you here on YouTube. Bye-bye.